Morning, artist and recovery / Darryl P. How you doing, pal? 7:28 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the July 2nd, 2025. Responding to your article concerning about Donald Trump being the worst threat over Iran. If I was going to be doing some misdirection on you, I would say was probably panic and looking over my shoulder all the time. I would probably say yes. But you are quite correct. But the worst enemy is not just Trump and the Trumplicans. It's the United States voters. Hear me out. I've been saying it on my channels like crazy, pal. We did this to ourselves, and we will not accept, we will not acknowledge, and we will not be transparent of the decision we made that we allowed this shit to happen in the first place. That being said, we've already got damage right crazy with a tyrant who just warned us, and we didn't heed. I fear democracy is failing with the decision we've made in November 2024. And we are scrambling with duct tape trying to put the holes plugged up that whatever kind of structure we've got to hold back the water and stuff. It's collapsing. And I don't think duct tape's going to hold it together as much. Yeah, call me a pessimist at this point over here. I'm trying to think of myself as a realist. We've already had problems with the democracy for a hell of a long while. It's an effective system if you want your freedom left and right, and you can vote for it. The thing is, you can also vote away your freedom just by the simple decision of allowing a tyrant to get in office, which we did. I think we've been proving Aristotle's predictions left and right about how fragile it is. Freedom is fragile. We didn't do enough to protect it. We didn't do enough to preserve it. We didn't do enough to carry it forward to the next generation because we voted it away. And throughout the generations we've had gerrymandering in all of our states. Including the red states who kept trying to take away all the Democratic parties, all the influence they would have over people. We're becoming a one-party, one ring rules them all kind of kingdom here. And it scares me that we're being pushed into a situation where either we comply all the time or else we're going to go into 1860. And if we happen to get into that kind of situation, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse than what we had back in 1860. At least back then we had somewhat of an idea what the hell we were fighting against. Depending on which particular side you were looking at. Or on anyway, when the war broke out. A lot of disagreements between the southern states and the northern states. They called it political. Not exactly, it was also economic. But it was also about human rights. But we have more than political and economic and human rights happening at this point. We have our freedoms, we have our liberties. Am I calling for the collapse of our country? No, because we already had that going. We were already in it. And I'm seeing it happen right now in front of my face. It's scary. It's one thing reading about it in the history books on a constant basis when you're in school. I mean, the battles sounded pretty exciting, but, you know, when you're a kid, the higher levels of understanding this, we could only understood the surface level, but we didn't get the deeper meanings until we actually saw it in place. And that's with time, and that's with age, and that's with perspective. it scares the hell out of me. We're going to be getting into that kind of a war situation where we're going to be looking at the guys who are in the law enforcement, either be local or be federal, and we're going to be looking at the military. My question is, how the hell is the military going to be looking at themselves when they have to fight against their own people, let alone a National Guard doing this thing? And how is the local law enforcement going to be looked as heroes, especially when statuses of sanctuary are taken away, one way or another? And now we got to fight against us in our lifetime, Darryl. Yeah. Maybe I'm going into it way too deep at this point over here, but it still scares the crap out of me. We had a lot of issues that we never got past. That they're still part of us. And every once in a while, we look at this dark crap coming out of here and we go ape over the damn thing. But it's part of our history. It's part of our makeup, unfortunately. And I'm not celebrating it. I'm just acknowledging the damn thing. We're screwed up as it is. If we want to keep a valid, viable government system working, then unfortunately, we had a revolution to split apart from other nations. We had a revolution within ourselves to beat back the crap we have for differences, and we tried to heal it. Lincoln tried. Everything else is going hell in a handbasket, my friend. And seeing history play out to this particular point, well, we might get into that situation where one guy's going to be giggling his face off, laughing with glee, because he's seeing that the Civil War is here, and he likes the chaos and confusion, and he don't care. Yeah. I don't know how to view him as a toddler brain or a lunatic or both. But if he truly understood what the hell he's pushing. We're going to get worse than the Civil War. Iran could never do this shit to us. When you get an outside enemy dropping crap on us, you polarize us. But this is a fight that we're doing against each other. We have a lot of people marching, saying no to the Trump. But all it's going to take that one dumbass spark. And then we're in for it. Are we strong enough as a people to withstand it? Are we strong enough to keep it contained? Are we strong enough in our hearts and our souls and our minds not allow this bastard to win one way or another? I hope so. Because I sure as hell don't want to see an 1860 happen. And that's, to me, is worse than Iran.